My name is Ilse Domkaler, and I'm the Senior Manager for University Relations and Campus Outreach at Boston University Study Abroad. Thank you all for taking the time to come and learn about BU Study Abroad programs. I know it's a busy week and a busy time in your schedule, so we really appreciate it. So I'm going to go into our session, and it will be about 15 or 20 minutes, and then we'll have plenty of time for Q&A. So feel free to put questions in the chat so I can get to them at the end, or if you feel like unmuting afterwards, then we're happy to chat that way. And Katrina is here to answer any Global Learning Office questions that you have, but anything else I'm happy to answer. So let's dive right in. So again, as I mentioned, my name is Ilse. I have been at BU for almost 4 years. And the 3 programs I'm about to talk about, I actually used to manage those programs. So I have a pretty intimate knowledge of the programs that are affiliated by Northwestern. And then if you have some general questions, here's our contact information for our general inquiries. You can email us or call us anytime. And of course, a lot of information is on our website. So the 3 programs that are affiliated with Northwestern are our Geneva Internship Program, our Padua Internship Program, and our Padua Italian and European Studies Program. So I will go into each of the 3 in a little bit more detail, and then again, plenty of time for questions at the end. So our Geneva Internship Program takes place at our Geneva Academic Center. This is where we have a couple of classrooms, and we also have a program residence. They're located right near Lake Geneva. So if you are lucky enough to have a room with a view of the lake, you can see the fountain, and it's in a great location in Geneva. This program lends itself really well to international relations and public health students. So those are the 2 tracks that we have. So if you're interested in either of those things, I would recommend looking into this program. The program is split into 2 different phases. So the first 7 weeks of the program, we call that the academic phase, where you're taking 2 courses. Now, one of these courses is going to take place at the BU Geneva Academic Center, and the other course will actually take place at University of Geneva, but it is taught by our faculty hired by Boston University Programming. One of the courses is going to be an elective course. So if you've never taken French before, you'll enroll in a French class at your level, or you can choose from an art history class. The other course is going to be the required course for your track. So either an international relations course or a public health course. I think the majority of students who come from Northwestern are international relations students. So after week 7, you will finish those classes. So you'll have your finals for those courses. You'll get a short break, and then you'll start the internship phase. Now, it is an academic internship phase. So the academic internship placement, you'll start working at the organization, and I'll talk a little bit about the placement process as well. And then you'll also have an elective course 1 day a week. So you're actually at your internship 4 days a week. So you really get to work on a lot of great projects. You get to know your colleagues really well. You're there 25 to 30 hours a week typically. And then again, the 1 day is dedicated to your elective course. You have weekends free for travel around Switzerland if you like, or homework, or hanging out and getting to know Geneva more. Some previous experience is required for our Geneva internship program. This is because the nature of securing internships in Geneva is very competitive. So we just want to see students that have maybe some internship experience, some volunteer experience. Maybe you worked on a project in one of your classes that gave you some hands-on experience. Maybe you managed social media for Greek life or anything like that, anything that can be related to the internship that you might be applying for. All of the courses are in English, and the internship is also conducted in English. Geneva is French speaking, and they kind of call it International Geneva because the UN is headquartered there, and there are so many different languages spoken in Switzerland and Geneva specifically. So if you do have another foreign language experience, make sure to highlight that in your application or on your resume, because it will lead possibly to other internship opportunities where they speak other languages. Again, no French language is required, but you will take a French course if you have never taken one before. The application for the fall 2022 program is now open, and applications are due March 15th. The program manager for Geneva, and actually for Padua as well, is named Sarah Birnbaum, and this is her contact information here. I can also put it in the chat if that's helpful afterwards. So before I move into the Padua programs, let me talk a little bit about the Geneva internship placement process. So we have a person on site, our internship coordinator, who will meet with all accepted students for the program and have what we call an interview, but it's really more just a really in-depth conversation to get to know you more, understand what skills you want to develop, what you want to do after graduation, what experience you've already had, those kinds of questions to really get a better understanding for the type of internship that you're looking for and what you'd be qualified for. Once she has that conversation with you, this is all before you depart for Geneva. She'll go back and do a lot of work behind the scenes. So she'll take your resume that she's helped you polish. She'll take that and send it to a handful of organizations that she thinks are going to be a really good fit for you. They'll review your resume, and some of them will come back and say, yes, I want to hire this student. So once you're in Geneva, that first 7 weeks, remember, is the academic phase before you start your internship. During that time, students will meet with their potential internship placements so that you can agree that that's going to be a good fit for you and that organization can agree on you. So it's a really detailed process. We take a lot of great care in placing students at organizations that we think are going to be a really good fit for them. Students definitely have a say in where they intern, but we also ask for some flexibility and an open mind. But again, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, and internship placements are guaranteed. So let's move a little bit south to Padua, Italy. Padua, Italy, if you've never heard of it before, is about a 30-minute train ride inland from Venice. It's kind of like a traditionally Italian town. The University of Padua, which is one of our partners, has something like 30,000 students. So it's really a college town, kind of maybe what you're used to at Northwestern. So our Padua internship program takes place in the fall semester, and it is structured slightly differently than the Geneva internship program. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. So we do have a Padua Academic Center, so you'll take all of your classes there. If you have no previous Italian experience or limited Italian proficiency, you'll take all of your courses in English and you'll take an Italian language class. If you do have experience in Italian, you have the opportunity to take classes in Italian as well. So we have 5 different tracks here for the Padua internship program. We have arts and arts administration, linguistics, international organizations and NGOs, political science and international relations, and hospitality administration. And really the internship placements vary between all of those different tracks. Again, similar to the Geneva program, we take a lot of great care in really trying to understand what you're looking for, what kind of industry you want to be in within those tracks, and really trying to get a placement that's going to be the best fit for you. Now, I mentioned this is structured a little bit differently, and that is because for this internship program, it's not split into 2 different phases. The internship will actually start approximately in week 2 or 3 in the 16-week program, and you'll be there for fewer hours per week, but for more weeks than Geneva, if that makes sense. So you'll take 3 additional courses, either again at the BU Padua Academic Center, and then about 10 hours per week, you'll be at your internship location. So you still get the same number of hours that you would in the Geneva internship program, but it's just spread throughout more of the semester. And for this program, students can choose either to live with a local homestay or at the University of Padua dorm. Courses and the internships are conducted in English, but again, Italian is a plus if you have any proficiency levels. Again, no Italian language is required, but if you've never taken an Italian language course, you will enroll at your level. And then again, if you have 4 semesters or more of Italian, you can take classes in Italian. The application deadline for fall 2022 is also March 15th, and we do admissions on a rolling basis. So if you know you want to do this program, I would encourage you to apply as soon as you know. And then Katrina, maybe I'll ask you to talk a little bit about the program deadlines for the Global Learning Office too at some point. And then again, the program manager for this program is Sarah Birnbaum. Now, the Italian and European Studies program takes place at the same facilities as the Padua Internship program. This is open in fall, spring, and summer, but I know fall semester usually works best for Northwestern students. And this program, you do have the opportunity to take one course at the University of Padua in addition to courses at the Padua Academic Center. Again, similar to the internship program, you do not have to have any previous language experience, but for those students who want to focus on Italian language, if you have taken 4 semesters or the equivalent of Italian, you can take your classes in Italian or in English. And that's at both the BU Academic Center and also the University of Padua. They have a really broad range of courses available in English and of course Italian as well. And there's a really broad range of curriculum offered on this program. Some of them are listed here, but that is by no means an exhaustive list. All of the courses are listed on our website that are taught at our academic center, and then you can explore the courses that are offered at University of Padua as well. And Sarah, the program manager, she can help students kind of figure out if maybe you have to take an astronomy class or something that's not necessarily listed on the website. She can help you see if those would be a possibility. And for this program, students will live in a local homestay. Now, again, no Italian language is required, but again, with the 4 semesters of Italian, you can opt to take courses in Italian. And if you have not taken 4 semesters, you will enroll in an Italian language course at your level. And again, this program is due March 15th for fall 2022 programs. And again, we do rolling admissions, so encourage you to apply on the earlier side. Now, this is something I really want to highlight, our study abroad scholarships and grants. Northwestern students are typically really great applicants, and many times students will have a 3.6 GPA or higher, which will earn you a merit scholarship of $1,000. Now, you do have to apply for this scholarship. So if this is you, you'll want to fill out our application and automatically get that $1,000 off of your semester. And I want to note that this is available to non-US citizens. So if you are an international student, make sure to apply for our merit scholarship. We also offer need-based grants. So this ranges up to $5,000 for the semester. It is dependent on your need, and this is open to US citizens only. So just a note there. Both of these things just require a very simple application through our office. And we have this fund that is only available to students who do not go to Boston University. So we want to make sure that students know about these funds so that it can add to whatever you're getting from Northwestern. And of course, Katrina can help you explore other scholarships through the GLO, and you'll want to make sure that you're meeting with the financial aid office at Northwestern to make sure that you are getting as much financial aid as you can, and you understand what will follow you or what will just be available at Northwestern. Our office can also help advise on Gilman scholarships. We have a couple of other scholarships that students really oftentimes have great success in securing for their semester abroad. So just know that between the Global Learning Office and our office, we want to help you finance your study abroad experience. So just check in, ask us, and we will help you find some funding. And finally, if you want to stay in touch with us, please scan this QR code. It'll just bring you to a very brief interest form. And you can follow us on Instagram too, of course. We typically send out a monthly newsletter. So we feature students who are currently abroad. We will give information about scholarships and upcoming deadlines and other things like that. So I'll leave this up for another couple of seconds, and then we can transition into the Q&A portion.